Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to UW Superior Women's Basketball here on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. This is Matt Johnson, where it's the pregame show sponsored by National Bank of Commerce, coming to you live from Mertz Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Superior, where the Yellow Jackets playing their second straight home game, taking on Martin Luther here today in UMAC conference action. The Yellow Jackets coming into this contest sitting at 11-9 overall. 7-2 in the UMAC. Emily Carpenter in her third season at the helm of the Yellow Jacket program. Her record to date, 39 wins and 32 losses. Yellow Jackets coming into this contest, coming off of one of their most disappointing losses of the season. Had their four-game winning streak come to an end as a result of it, by the way. Following to Northwestern in overtime, 76-69 on Wednesday right here at the Mertz, in a game that you heard right here on 91.3 FM KUWS, and also probably watched on Yellow Jacket TV. In that contest on Wednesday, the Yellow Jackets outscored the Eagles 18-16 in the first, 16-10 in the second, and 22-15 in the third. You take a seemingly comfortable 56-41 lead into the fourth quarter, but Northwestern completely took over the game from there, holding UWS to 2 of 15 shooting in the fourth quarter to outscore UWS 21-6 and send the game into overtime even at 62 apiece. And then the overtime, the Eagles continue to dominate the Yellow Jackets in that extra session, limiting UWS to just one made field goal in the frame, while outscoring the Jackets 14-7 to claim the win for the contest. The Jackets shot 41.9% and had four players score in double figures, led by Elise Bessenden, who went over 1,000 points for her Yellow Jacket career, so congratulations to the senior from UN Michigan. She had 18 points on 6 of 16 shooting, while Elsa Olsen added 15 points while hitting 5 of 14 from the field. Mackenzie Lesha, meanwhile, finished with 12 points on 5 of 11 shooting, while Charlotte Firstel finished with 11 points and 6 rebounds. Katie Dobson also had a good rebounding effort for the Yellow Jackets. She did not score in the game, but led the team with 10 rebounds in that contest. Meanwhile, Martin Luther comes in at 13-7 overall, 6-3 in the UMAC, one full game behind the Yellow Jackets in the conference race. Dan Gaurish in his 8th season at the helm of the Knights program. They come into today's game having lost 2 straight, including dropping a 61-50 decision to Bethany Lutheran on Wednesday night at LSC Gymnasium down in New Ulm, Minnesota. In that contest, the Knights took a 17-14 lead after one, before the Vikings limited Martin Luther to 2 of 15 shooting in the second, while scored the Knights 15-4 in the frame and rallied for a 29-21 lead at the break. From there, Bethany Lutheran held a 14-11 edge in the third to take a 43-32 lead into the fourth quarter, and the Knights never got closer than 7 points the rest of the way as the Vikings held Martin Luther to 7 of 23 shooting over the final 10 minutes and just 26 per shooting for the game to pick up the season sweep of the Knights. Maya Morris led the way for Martin Luther with 12 points, while Lydia Fight had 11 points, and Emma Dorn and Lauren Paulson each had 10 points in that loss as well. So both these teams coming off of losses last time out, and we'll see which one can rebound with a victory here today in Game 2 of our triple header on 91.3 FM and Game 2 of our doubleheader on Yellow Jacket TV. So that's the situation here from the Mertz, and with that being the case, we'll take a quick break and come back with more of our abbreviated pregame show sponsored by National Bank of Commerce, with a look at the starting lineups for the two teams sponsored by Superior Choice Credit Union. That's coming up right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Women's Basketball on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here at the Mertz, about 2.5 minutes away from the opening tip of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and Martin Luther, and we'll continue on with our abbreviated pregame show. Sponsored by National Bank of Commerce with a look at today's starting lineup. Sponsored by Superior Choice Credit Union. First for the Yellow Jackets, they will start this way. Starting at guard, 5'10" senior from Black River Falls, Wisconsin, Katie Dobson. She comes in today's game averaging 9.8 points per game. Starting at forward, 6'3" sophomore from Plain, Wisconsin, Charlotte Verstel. She comes into today's game averaging 6.1 points per contest. Starting at guard, 5'7" junior from Somerset, Wisconsin, Mackenzie Lesha. She comes into today's game averaging 7.4 points per game. Starting at guard, 5'3" senior from Ewan, Michigan, the player who just went over 1,000 points for her Yellow Jacket career and the reigning UMAC Player of the Year, Elise Bessinen. She's the Yellow Jackets' leading scorer. She comes into today's game averaging 16.3 points per outing. And rounding out the Yellow Jackets, starting 5'4" junior from Cottage Grove, Minnesota, Elsa Olson. She averages 8.4 points per contest. That's the starting lineup for head coach Emily Carpenter and the Yellow Jackets. Meanwhile, for coach Dan Gaurish in the Martin Luther Knights, here's how they will line up. Starting at guard, 5'9" junior from Kaukauna, Wisconsin, Lydia Feit. She comes into today's game averaging 8.4 points per game. Starting at guard, 5'10" senior from Sullivan, Wisconsin, Lauren Paulson. She comes into today's game averaging 6.1 points per game. Starting at forward, 5'10" senior from New Ulm, Minnesota, Emma Dorn. She comes into the game today averaging 10.8 points per game. Starting at guard, 5'9" senior from Watertown, Wisconsin, Grace Kieselhorst. She comes into the game today averaging 7.7 points per game. And rounding out the Knights, starting 5'7" sophomore from Perham, Minnesota, Maya Morris. She is Martin Luther's leading scorer. She averages 14.3 points per game. So those are the starting lineups for the two teams, sponsored by Superior Choice Credit Union. And with that being the case, we will bring an end to our abbreviated pregame show, sponsored by National Bank of Commerce. Take one more quick break and then come back with the opening tip of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and the Martin Luther Knights, sponsored by Barker's Island Inn. That's coming up in about a minute or so. This is Yellow Jacket Women's Basketball on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Which means the starting lineups are being introduced here. I understand we had some technical issues back at the studio at 91.3 FM. Apologies for that, folks. Glad that you stuck around with us here as the Yellow Jackets are being introduced here. Yellow Jackets Starting lineup of Katie Dobson, Charlotte Furstel, Mackenzie Lesha, Elise Bessenden, and Elsa Olson. Meanwhile, for Martin Luther, it is Lydia Fight, Lauren Paulson, Emma Dorn, Grace Kieselhorst, and Maya Morris. Those are starting lineups brought to you by Superior Choice Credit Union. In the meantime, a couple of series notes between these two teams before we get this one underway. UWS leads the all-time series with Martin Luther 17-2 since their first matchup in the series history back in December 5th of 2015. The Yellow Jackets the Knights snapped a 4-game UWS winning streak with a 60-52 victory in the two teams' first matchup back on January 18th down in New Ulm. The Yellow Jackets were led by Charlotte Furstel with 15 points, while Elise Bessenden added 14. Maya Morris led all scores in that contest with 22 for the Knights, while Ava Stein had 15 points off the bench for Martin Luther. That win was Martin Luther's first in the series since posting a 69-67 win back on February 4th, 2022. The Yellow Jackets are a perfect 10-0, by the way, against the Knights all-time here at the Mertz. So that is what is at stake here for UWS. Charlotte Furstel will jump it up here for UWS. She will jump it up against Emma Dorn. Opening tip is controlled by the Knights. And the opening tip today, as always, sponsored by Barker's Island Inn. And we are officially underway between the Yellow Jackets and the Knights. Thank you for joining us for Yellow Jacket women's basketball. As the pass comes in side, they kick it out near side. 3-point shot's up, and it's good. Lydia Fight with the triple, and Martin Luther jumps out to a 3-0 lead. And we'll have to see how the Yellow Jackets bounce back from that very, very disappointing end of the game on Wednesday night. Mackenzie Lesha now right side. Katie Dobson in the pass down low now. Charlotte Furstel trying to go up with the shot and left it short, but she'll draw the foul. And Charlotte Furstel, the 6'3" sophomore from Plain, Wisconsin, will go to the charity stripe here for the Yellow Jackets, trying to get UWS on the board. That foul, by the way, whistled against Grace Kieselhorst as the first free throw from Charlotte Furstel is up and good. She's got one more coming. Second free throw is up and good. So Furstel goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. And it's a 3-2 contest as the Yellow Jackets going to pick up full court here. This is Lauren Paulson now to the far side. Knights breaking the Yellow Jacket trap. Now on the near side, 3-point shot. That one's up, taken again by Emma Dorn, in fact, for 3. Rebound by the Yellow Jackets, then stolen away. Going up for the shot, missing it off the window. No good was Fight, but then the follow-up is put in by Grace Kieselhorst. 5-2 now your score. Martin Luther up by 3 here, early stages, first quarter. Furstel in the front court. Now pass comes left side. Here's Elise Bessenden, who was on her before the game. Pass comes outside. Katie Dobson with the 3-point shot. That's no good. Rebound bounded up in the air, and it's grabbed now by the Knights. And back to the direction. Here comes Maya Morris. Right side now, Fight. Left side now, Kieselhorst going down low. Pass through the hands of the intended recipient, that being Fight. Tracked down now by Paulson. Now out on top. 3-point shot, it's up. Off the back rim. That one was taken out on top by Kieselhorst. The Yellow Jackets with the rebound. Knights leading at 5-2 here, early stages. Is UWS in the front court now. Furstel top of the key. Swings it, Bessenden wide open. She'll fire from 3-point range, and she'll even it up. Bessenden with the triple. Her first 3 points, and we're tied up 5 apiece. UWS picking up full court. Paulson to the far side now, and into the front court. Here comes Maya Morris. Pass comes right side now. Putting on the deck now, going right to the rim and laying it in for 2 is going to be Dorn. Yellow Jackets slow to react defensively there. 7-5 now your score. Bessenden in the front court. Left side now Olson. Furstel top of the key now for the Yellow Jackets. Handing it off for Lesha. Now trying to go back down low. Overshot the pass for Furstel. It'll be a turnover on UWS. And Martin Luther now playing it in. Here is Fight. Her pass to the middle now, picked off. Turnover as it's intercepted by Bessenden. Now left side. Elsa Olson will tee up a 3-point shot. Now it's off the back rim, no good. Rebound fought for underneath. Tracked down the corner now by Morris. There's Paulson in transition. Kieselhorst getting behind the Yellow Jackets defensively. He goes up, misses the layup, but will draw the foul on Furstel. And Grace Kieselhorst will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 here. For Charlotte Furstel, that is her first team foul on the Yellow Jackets. And Kieselhorst at the line. Her first free throw is wide to the left, no good. Kieselhorst, a two-sport athlete, as is Paulson, by the way. They both play on the Martin Luther women's volleyball team. As Kieselhorst, well, a second free throw. That one rims around and drops. So she goes 1 for 2, and the Knights lead at 8-5. Bessinen for UWS into the front court. Pass comes out on top. Charlotte Furstel now for the Yellow Jackets. Dobson now. It's outside Lesha trying to even it with a 3, and she does so. Mackenzie Lesha, a two-sport athlete of her own, plays softball here for UWS. In fact, as an all-conference member for the Yellow Jackets softball team. Makes that 3, makes it now an 8-8 contest. As now they come all the way inside, does Maya Morris. Trying to draw the foul as she drove down the lane was Elsa Olsen. Instead, she'll be called for a blocking foul. And that'll send Morris to the free throw line now to shoot 2. Martin Luther on the season, 65.8% from the stripe. And the first free throw from Morris is good. She's a 65.8% shooter. One more coming as the Knights lead at 9-8. Second free throw is also good. 10-8 your score as the Jackets back to their direction. Here's Bessinen now. Dobson out on top. Here's Furstel. Handing it off now. Elsa Olsen. Inside Furstel. Goes up off the window and lays it in for 2. Got inside position and laid it in. Charlotte Furstel has 4. And we're tied up again. 10 apiece. Now Morrison to the front court. Lost the handle on the basketball, but unable to keep it in. On the baseline was Elsa Olsen. It'll stay now with Martin Luther here. They'll have 23 seconds to shoot. Lauren Paulson will inbound. Pass comes in from Morris. Now goes down low. Dorn back out on top. Fight for 3. That's off the back rim. Offensive rebound grab by Kieselhorst. Then she has it stripped away by Lesha. And the Jackets now have a chance to take the lead as Bessinen crosses the timeline. Right side pass now. Katie Dobson, free throw line extended. Left side now, Lesha. Lesha now around Kieselhorst. Kicks it far side now. Elsa Olsen. For Lesha, and now a foul going to be whistled against Kieselhorst as she came into the back of Mackenzie Lesha. And it'll be Yellow Jacket basketball here. That'll be the second foul against Kieselhorst, second in the Knights, and so she will check out. Her younger sister, Anna Kieselhorst, will come into the game to replace her. So one Kieselhorst for another, and we'll have an inbound now far side. For Lesha, out on top, it's Elsa Olsen. 10 seconds to shoot. Olsen, Bessinen puts the ball on the deck, kicks it outside. Olsen teeing up a three-point shot. Off the front rim, no good. Good position for the rebound there by Morris. Then her outlet pass nearly picked off by Lesha. Picking it up now, Paulson. And now into the front court, here's Fight. And we're going to have a foul called on the floor here against Furstel. As Fight tried to make a quick move to the basket. In fact, I'll take that back. It was Emma Dorn. And the foul on Charlotte Furstel's her second, so she'll have to check out, as will Mackenzie Lesha. Meanwhile, Emily Daler for the Yellow Jackets, as well as Chloe Peterson check in for the first time. And Paulson inbounds. On top now, Dorn. Now down low, stepping through and going up and laying it in with the right hands. Ava Stein, 5'11 freshman from Lake Mills, Wisconsin, gives Martin Luther the lead back at 12-10. Dobson now left side. Daler top of the key. Now Peterson. Pass comes out on top now, Elsa Olsen. Now Dobson, 10 seconds to shoot. Katie Dobson trying to step through, and we're going to have a reach-in foul and 2 free throws coming up. This one going to be called on Paulson, will be her first. And Katie Dobson to shoot 2 here. 4:42 remaining, opening quarter. And Dobson's first free throw is good. And averaging double figures most of the year, had a very quiet offensive game from a scoring standpoint against Northwestern on Wednesday. Did have 10 rebounds in that game to Katie Dobson. This is the second free throw. Rebound knocked out of play, and it'll stay with the Yellow Jackets here. On and off the hands of Emma Dorn. It'll be an inbound for the Yellow Jackets left baseline. Olsen taking it quickly in for Dobson. Now Bessinen left wing. Knights showing a 2-3 look here. Dobson now steps back. 16-foot jump shot is up. Short, no good. And we'll have a foul called on the reach in here against Chloe Peterson. Martin Luther leads 12-11 here with 4:27 remaining, quarter number one. Paulson triggering in now for Morris. And Maya Morris comes into the front court. Pass comes left side now. This is Anna Kieselhorst. Stein now goes back outside. Anna Kieselhorst fires from three and knocks it down. 3-point bomb from Kieselhorst makes it 15-11. Jackets into the front court. Daler now left side. She'll pop from 10 feet. Actually 15 feet, excuse me. Way off on the right with the miss. The rebound to the Knights, and now here's Paulson. Out on top. Pass comes down low. Dorn now goes up with a shot. Off the glass, no good. Rebound by Daler, and we're going to have a reach-in foul called on Anna Kieselhorst. And that will be the fourth team foul, as Hannah Haas will come in for the Yellow Jackets. Lesha comes back in as well. Haas triggering it in now. Bessinen into the front court. Lesha top of the key. Now Bessinen left wing. Bounce pass inside. Haas knocked away by Kieselhorst. Turnover on the Yellow Jackets. Anna Kieselhorst now into the front court, and that ball will be kicked by Lesha. Ella Walls will come in now for Martin Luther. She'll take out Emma Dorn. Martin Luther so far 5 for their first 10. They'll lead it by 4. Now Morris going right side, goes up with the shot and gets it to go down, and now they're up by 6. 17-11. Lesha back to their direction. Her pull-up jump shot, that's short, no good. Rebound picked up by Peterson. Now Haas, left side. Puts it on the deck, goes to the rim, flipped up a shot off the window, no good, but will draw a foul. Fight's getting ready to check back in. Haas will go to the free throw line. Paulson will check out. She has 2 fouls. And 2 free throws now for Hannah Haas. First one is up and spins out. No good. One more coming. Second free throw, also no good from Haas. 0 for 2. Stein retrieves the rebound. And in the front court now, Morris goes left side. Now Stein. Morris coming off the screen. Now Anna Kieselhorst. Pass comes down low. We're going to have an offensive foul called on Stein. Going to call her on the push-off. That'll be her first. As Lesha triggers it in now, here's Bessinen. And Elise Bessinen brings UWS into the front court. Lesha out on top of the key here. Back for Bessinen, left wing. Picked up on the switch now by Morris. Skip pass now, Chloe Peterson. Coming into the painted area, goes up off the glass. That's no good. Offensive rebound, weak side by Daler. Now she misses the follow-up. Comes back out now. Here's Haas. Her pass to the outside. 2 seconds to shoot. Pearson with the shot as the shot clock expires, and it's an air ball grabbed by Stein. No rim to be had on that sequence despite 3 attempts at it for the Yellow Jackets. Now Morris going right at Bessinen. Flips it up off the glass. That's no good. Rebound grab by Haas. Now Bessinen. Outside Lesha. She's lining up a three-point shot, and she'll knock it down. Second triple now for Mackenzie Lesha. She has 6. Jackets within 3, 17-14, 1:35 and counting remaining opening quarter. Morrison to the front court now. Anna Kieselhorst goes left side. Now Fight open. She'll try to answer with a 3 of her own. Halfway down, popped out wide open with a rebound there was Kieselhorst. Nobody near her. She grabbed that offensive board. Now Anna Kieselhorst into the paint. Bounce pass. Stein. Open jump shot, and it's good. 4 points for Stein. The lead is 5. 19-14 Martin Luther. Haas now top of the key. Coming up the curl now. Bessinen goes up with the left-handed shot about 15 feet away. Leaves it short. Rebound for Martin Luther. Morris back the other direction now. Weaving her way through traffic. Goes left side. Kieselhorst. Steps inside the arc. No, spins away. Gets up the jump shot off the back rim. Rebound for Peterson. Chloe Peterson now with about 34 seconds remaining in the quarter. Comes across the timeline. Bounce pass comes inside for Daler. Now she can't handle it. And we'll have a jump ball, and it'll stay with the Yellow Jackets here. Martin Luther's offense looking pretty darn good here so far. 50% shooting. The Jackets at 28.6. And that's your difference in the ball game. 19-14, Martin Luther by 5. Olsen, pass comes in for Dobson back in. 3-point shot from Lesha, and it's up and good from the corner. She's got 9 points now, does Mackenzie Lesha. 19-17, Martin Luther up by 2. Bounce pass now through the middle. Picking up is Stein. Goes inside of Hannah Haas and lays it in for 2. 21-17 now. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. High arcing 3 at the buzzer now by Olsen is no good, and that's how the opening 10 minutes ends here. Jackets shooting just 33.3% in that first quarter. Martin Luther at 50%. EWS making 4 triples. That's what's kept them close here so far. The Knights 2 for 6. EWS also has missed 3 out of 6 free throws. Martin Luther +1 in rebounding at 10-9. Jackets also have 3 turnovers while the Knights have 2. So that's your story after 1 quarter of play. Can't get enough of the Yellow Jackets? Tune into Eye of the Swarm, the official podcast of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Join John Garver and me throughout the year as we sit down with Yellow Jacket student athletes, coaches, and other guests. Eye of the Swarm is available on Yellow Jacket TV on uwsyellowjackets.com/podcast, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcast. Mentioned it earlier today. This is game 2 of a triple header of Yellow Jacket Athletics here on 91.3 FM KUWS. Coming up later tonight, men's hockey. As the Yellow Jacket men going for the sweep. Taking on UW Stout down at the Finetti Community Center down in Menominee. Jackets with a 2-1 overtime win last night. We'll go for the sweep tonight against the Blue Devils. 7 p.m. the opening faceoff, 6:30 the pregame right here at 91.3 FM KUWS. That'll be, of course, a radio broadcast only. As we come out to begin quarter number 2, Lydia Fight will inbound it here for Martin Luther. For Anna Kieselhorst. Kieselhorst now brings Martin Luther into the front court. Left side now, Emma Dorn back into the game. Here's Stein now. And we're going to have a holding foul called on Haas. Down low. Haas giving up a couple inches in height there against Ava Stein. Stein, just a freshman from Lake Mills, Wisconsin. Had 15 the first time these two teams met. And as the lob pass comes in for Stein out on top. Now right side, here's Dorn. Fight putting it on the deck. Stein now left side. This is Wilhelmina Wenz who's come in for the first time, by the way. Now Stein, right side, Dorn. 3 seconds to shoot. She'll have to try to let it go. Partially blocked there by Katie Dobson, and we're going to have a foul called on Fight, I think, as she piled into Mackenzie Lesha. Actually, they're going to call it on Wenz. So Wilhelmina Wenz, a freshman from Shepherd, Montana, gets whistled for that one. Anna Kieselhorst will check out. Maya Morris will come back in. And Lesha now triggering in. Here's Elise Bessinen. Bessinen now going right side. Katie Dobson. Dobson now handing it off. Lesha feeling it from three. Goes up off the back rim long. No good. Rebound grabbed out of there by Dorn. Now Morris for the Knights into the front court. Wenz. Swinging it now left side. Morris. Dorn now right side. Gets a lane against Katie Dobson. Flip the shot off the side of the backboard, and it'll go out of play. And they're going to say one of the Yellow Jackets got a piece of that basketball, I guess. Going to tell from my angle. Will be a trigger in now, right baseline. Fight with 10 seconds to shoot. Wenz in the corner. And now we're going to have a foul called on Haas again down low. So the Yellow Jackets getting into foul trouble down low here in this first half. Taylor's going to come into the game. Charlotte Furstel has 2 fouls, so she can't come back in. Haas now with 2 fouls, and Daylor comes back in for UWS. He's going to have to play the lion's share of the minutes here in the second quarter as the shot from inside goes up. That one was taken by Dorn. No good. Rebound grab by the aforementioned Daylor. And the Jackets into the front court now with Olsen. In the corner now Dobson. Now Daylor getting it inside. Trying to go up and under. She gets bumped, and now she'll draw a foul. Either Dorn or Morris are going to get whistled for this call. It's going to be on Emma Dorn. That'll be her first, and 2 free throws now for Emily Daylor. And Daylor's first free throw is good. She has her first point, 21-18 your score. 8:27 between us and halftime. Second free throw from Daylor is long off the back rim, no good. Rebound for Stein. Now Morris. Wide open. Wenzel fire from 3. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound Katie Dobson, far side. Now Elsa Olsen for the Yellow Jackets. Coming into the front court. Bounce pass, right corner now, Lesha. Daylor out on top. Olsen. Ball fake now goes right side. Goes with the runner up off the glass. That's no good. Rebound grab by Stein. Wenz into the front court now for the Knights. Bounce pass now for Dorn. Now lobbing it down low. Stein getting a pass inside. Had it knocked away on the help side defense by Olsen. It'll stay with Martin Luther as it goes over the baseline. Now Anna Kieselhorst will come back in. She'll take out Wenz. Pass from Fight comes in now. Stein going right around Emily Daylor, and she lays it in for 2. Stein has 8 now. 23-18 your score. Martin Luther up by 5 again. Pass coming right side now. Lesha behind the screen. Fires from 3. That one's wide to the right. No good. Another rebound for Fight. Now Morris going right side. Goes up and under with the reverse layup. No good. Stein out-muscles 3 Yellow Jackets to get the rebound, and now we'll have a jump ball. She's a matchup problem for the Yellow Jackets, clearly down low. So UWS is going to have to weather that storm. Peterson's going to come back into the game, by the way. She's going to take out Lesha. Olsen in for Elise Bessinen. Bessinen only has 3 points so far. As the pass comes left side now for Olsen. Lobbing it now right side. Katie Dobson. Corner now. Chloe Peterson going on the baseline. Goes up and under with the reverse attempt. That's no good. And now we'll have another jump ball, and this time it'll be the Knights basketball. 6:40 remaining in the half. A reminder, at halftime we will have our first half summary. We'll look at the first half stats. We'll also have a Yellow Jacket sports summary. All that coming up at halftime, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. As Walls is back in now for Martin Luther. Knights have led throughout this first half. Now here's a turnover by Morris. Stripped away. Chloe Peterson back the other way. Dobson open. She'll fire from three. That's short, no good. Rebound grabbed out of there by Morris. Pass coming right side now. Walls going inside. Stein now against Dobson. Goes up with the shot. Left it off the mark, but will draw the foul. And now she'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. Ava Stein, 61.5%. And her first free throw was good. 24-18. The Knights have led throughout this first half. Right now the lead at half a dozen. Second free throw also good from Stein. She's already in the double figures with 10. Came in averaging 7 per game. UWS in the front court, trailing it by 7, now at 25-18. Daler out on top. Olsen left side. Now Daler. Olsen. She fires from 3 and knocks it down. Elsa Olsen with the three-point bomb makes it 25-21. Now Morris into the front court. So swing a pass now left side for Walls. Into the corner now here's Stein. Stein against Dobson. Back on top. Three-point shot is up. That one's wide to the right. Taken by Dorn. Rebound for Chloe Peterson, who's off to the races in transition. Now Elsa Olsen. Going right at Anna Kieselhorst. Goes up off the glass for 2 and will draw the foul. For Anna Kieselhorst, that'll be her second. And now Olsen. She makes the free throw, bring UWS within 1. And she knocks down the free throw. 6 straight points for Elsa Olsen, makes it 25-24. As Wenzel come back in to replace Anna Kieselhorst. And the trigger in now comes for Maya Morris. Morris now into the front court here. Goes left side off the pass for Dorn. Now Wenz. Goes left side. Bounce pass now opposite side. Going up for the layup attempt was Dorn. Couldn't get it to go down, and we're going to have a foul called here on Dorn as she reached in on Daler. It'll be the 14th foul. Second on Dorn. Lesha will come back in. She'll take out Katie Dobson. And now the Jackets with an opportunity to take the lead as Bessenden triggers it in. Olsen for the Yellow Jackets, hands it off now, Lesha. High post now, Peterson. Now Lesha, nice ball fake, steps in, goes up with the shot. That's no good. Rebound fought for underneath, and it will be a jump ball. And it'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. Good hustle there by Lesha to stick with it as Lauren Paulson returns. Dorn will check out. We've lost the scoreboard now. Happens every so often over here. And now it's returned. So everybody will reverse course and go back to their spots here. 4:49 remaining in the first half. I can see your smile, Evan. Those of us who have been around for a while in this gym, we know that this happens every so often. I don't know why that is, but it just does. Off the inbounds now, Lesha. Right side. Clock isn't moving, by the way. Now it finally is. Although the shot clock is stuck on 20, it doesn't matter as Lesha knocks down the three-point shot. Out on top. And Lesha gives the Yellow Jackets the lead, 27-25. Kind of a bizarre chain of events there, but Lesha's got 12. And UWS up by 2. Now Walls in the front court. She'll try an 18-footer from straight on. Rims around, falls off, no good. Rebound, Stein goes up, lays it in, and draws the foul. And there it is again, Stein. With the bucket, she's got 12. We're tied up, 27 apiece. That foul going to be called, by the way, on Peterson as her second. And now Furstel's going to have to come back into the game here. And Stein's free throw is good, and now Martin Luther goes back up. 28-27, 4:14 remaining. Daler will check out. Messinen now goes left side. Lesha right side on the wing. Mackenzie Lesha. 3-point shot way off to the right this time. A little bit of a heat check there from Mackenzie Lesha. She's got 4 threes so far, but that one was well wide of the target. Dead ball rebound to Martin Luther. They lead at 28-27 as we go under 4 minutes remaining second quarter. Morris into the front court. Left side now, here's Stein against Firstel. Bounce pass outside. Now Paulson with the head fake. Steps through, flips up a shot as she's running through the lane. No good. Rebound grabbed by Mackenzie Lesha. And now Lesha for the Yellow Jackets. Olsen now getting a step. Goes up with a shot off the glass. No good. Rebound for Firstel. She leaves the follow-up off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound grab now by Morris. Now Paulson. Now she'll fire away from 3. That one's way wide of everything. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound for the Yellow Jackets, and now back to their direction. Is Bessinen for the Yellow Jackets. Peterson putting it on the deck. Firstel top of the key. Olsen right side, now Lesha. And we'll have a foul called, I think, on Wenz, or maybe she's got some blood, I think, maybe. Yeah, she's headed right back to the locker room, so I'm thinking she may have taken one upstairs here. Meanwhile, Fight and Grace Kieselhorst will come back in. Meanwhile, Kylie Hewitt will also check in for the first time for the Yellow Jackets with 2:59 remaining in the half. Lesha triggering it in now for Olsen. Olsen will hand it off right side. Lesha, another 3-point try, and that one is good. 15 first half points for Mackenzie Lesha, and the Jackets back up by 2 at 30-28. Pass coming right side now, Grace Kieselhorst. Skip pass now left side. Here's Paulson. Now Morris. Coming off the screen, goes right side. Now here's Stein. Going through the middle, tried to go up with the reverse, and they're going to call a foul on Hewitt, and that'll send Stein to the free throw line. They're just riding Ava Stein right now offensively. She's got 13, nearly half of their total, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 here. Foul on Hewitt's her first, 15 foul on the Jackets. And Stein knocks down the free throw. Jackets are going to have to try to figure out a way how to guard Ava Stein a little more effectively in the second half. She's got 14 already. Second free throw is also good. So 2 players have half their team's totals. Mackenzie Lesha for the Yellow Jackets, Ava Stein for Martin Luther. Add it all up, and we're tied up at 30. Now Firstel in the front court. Olsen, right side now Bessinen. Bessinen now for Hewitt. Now Olsen again. Now she'll step back. She'll fire a high-arcing 3-point shot. That's off the back rim, no good. Rebound for Paulson as we're about to go under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. From the Mertz here, game 2 of our doubleheader. Men won 78-72 in overtime, and we're tied up here late stages second quarter. Inside now, Stein going right at Firstel again. 17 first half points now for Ava Stein. She's dominating the Yellow Jackets inside, no question about it. Jackets in the front court now, right side. Here's Bessinen. Firstel. Hewitt. Coming inside now, Kylie Hewitt. Back for Bessinen, who's only taken 1 or 2 shots so far. She now runs through the middle, though, with a running right-handed one-hander. Gets it to go down for 2. 32 apiece. Now long pass off the hands of Fight. Haas is going to come back in, as is Dobson. UWS looking to retake the lead here with 1:12 remaining. Opening half. 32 apiece. Martin Luther has led for most of the opening 20 minutes. As Dobson left side. Lesha. Another 3-point shot is up, and it's good. Mackenzie Lesha has 18 in the first half. 18 of the Yellow Jackets, 35. And UWS up by 3. Now Morris on the outside. Maya Morris. Stein now. She takes a 15-foot jump shot. That one rims out. Rebound grab by Haas. Now pass to the outside, deflected, stolen away by Wenz. Now Morris, she'll fire from three. That one's off the back rim, no good. Rebound on the far side. Dobson hits the deck. Rebound grab by Grace Kieselhorst. Now Morris coming through. 3-second difference between shot and game clock. Now Fight getting a step on the baseline. Out on top now Grace Kieselhorst will try a long-range three. That's off the back rim. Another offensive rebound. 5 seconds now left in the first half. Wenz, 3 seconds. 2 seconds, 1 second. Wenz with the runner as the shot clock expires, and it's off the glass, no good. Well, if you're Martin Luther, you couldn't have asked for many more opportunities than that. About 3 or 4 second chances there for the Knights over that last sequence, and the Yellow Jackets, despite second, third, and fourth opportunities for the Knights in that last sequence, will head into the intermission, leading it at the half. Your score at the intermission, as we'll take a deep breath, come back with our first half summary right after this, is Yellow Jackets 35, Martin Luther 32. We'll come back with our halftime programming sponsored by Hovland Incorporated right after this. This is UWS Women's Basketball on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Our halftime show sponsored by Hovland Incorporated underway here from the Mertz as the Yellow Jackets and Martin Luther in Game 2 of our doubleheader here of college basketball in Superior has reached halftime. The Yellow Jackets and the Knights going back and forth. Martin Luther held the lead for most of that first half, but the Yellow Jackets, behind a huge first half from Mackenzie Lesha, head into the intermission leading it by the score of 35-32. You look at the numbers in that first half. Yellow Jackets came out a little bit slowly on offense. Martin Luther certainly didn't. They shot nearly 50% in the first quarter. We're shooting over 50% for a lot of that opening 10 minutes, and they held a 21-17 lead after one. But the Yellow Jackets came back in the second quarter and really, like I said, relied on Mackenzie Lesha. By the way, I talked about the Knights. They were 8 for 16 in that first quarter, just 3 for 17 in the second, while the Yellow Jackets 5 for 16 in the first and 6 out of 15 in the second. Add it all up, and you've got a 35-32 lead for UWS at the break. Yellow Jackets, as a team in that first half, 11 out of 31 for the two quarters, good for 35.5%. They were 8 for 17 from beyond the arc, though, thanks in large part to Mackenzie Lesha, who made more than half of the Yellow Jackets' overall field goals in that first half, and 3/4 of their three-point shots in that opening 20 minutes. Lesha 6 for 11 from the field overall, 6 for 9 from beyond the arc, 18 points for Mackenzie Lesha. The Yellow Jackets were 5 for 9, by the way, from the free throw line in the first half as well. UWS also had 18 rebounds in that first half, while Martin Luther +4 in rebounding at 22-18 in that opening half of play. In terms of turnovers and assists, the Yellow Jackets had 9 assists against 4 turnovers, while Martin Luther in that first half They had 5 assists against 5 turnovers. In terms of individual numbers, I talked about Lesher with the 18 points, leading the way for the Yellow Jackets. 6 points so far for Elsa Olsen, 2 for 7 from the field for her. She does have a 3-point make in there. 5 points so far for Elise Bessinen in that first half. She's only taken 3 shots. We'll see if the Yellow Jackets try to get her going a little bit more in the second half. 4 points so far for Charlotte Furstel and 1 point each so far for Katie Dobson and Emily Daler. Meanwhile, for Martin Luther, they're also being carried by one player offensively, that being Ava Stein, who is 6 for 8 from the field. She also has 5 free throw makes and 7 rebounds in that first. All that coming in 15 minutes. So she was dominant inside. Jackets are going to have to try to figure out a way to slow her down on the interior. Nobody else for the Knights has more than 4 points. Maya Morris has those 4. She's 1 for 3 from the field so far. She's hit 2 free throws in the contest. 3 points so far for Lydia Feit, Grace Kieselhorst, and also Anna Kieselhorst, and 2 points so far for Emma Dorn in that first half. In terms of foul trouble, by the way, a lot of whistles in that first half, and there's foul trouble across the board there. 3 players for the Yellow Jackets have 2 fouls thus far. Charlotte Furstel with 2, Chloe Peterson with 2, and Anna Haas have 2 fouls for the Yellow Jackets. That could factor in against Stein in that second half. Meanwhile, Martin Luther, they have 4 players with 2 fouls each, and Emma Dorn, Grace Kieselhorst, Lauren Paulson, and Anna Kieselhorst. So plenty of subplots thus far, 20 minutes into this one. And you add it all up, and it's a 35-32 lead for UWS at the break. And with that being the case, we'll take another break during our halftime program, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, and come back with more, including the Yellow Jacket Sports Summary. That's coming up right after this. This is UWS Women's Basketball on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. At the Mertz, about 7, maybe 8 minutes away from the start of the third quarter of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and Martin Luther. And with that time, we'll give you a quick Yellow Jacket Sports Summary, quick update on what else is going on with Yellow Jacket Sports here. Alumni weekend here on campus for both the men's and women's basketball teams. So a lot of familiar faces in the stands for these 2 games. And hopefully I'll be able to catch up with some of them after we go final here in game number 2. In the meantime, though, like I said, we still have 20 minutes of basketball to play here, and we're about 6 minutes now away from the start of the third quarter. So here are some notes for you. In case you missed our first game, men's basketball improved to 10-11 overall and 8-3 in the UMAC with a 78-72 overtime win over the Martin Luther men here in game 1. From the Mertz, Reed Johnson with 22 points for the Yellow Jackets. Javon Walker with 20 points. Yellow Jackets had to overcome some adversity in that game. Had a very slow start offensively in the first half, but played really well in late stages of the second half and then much better in the overtime. And they end up coming all the way back against the Martin Luther team that led for most of the game, but the Yellow Jackets, in the end, get the victory, 78-72. With that win now, like I said, 8-3 in the UMAC. They're next in action, by the way, this coming Wednesday, February 12th, at Northland College, about 70 miles to our east at the Kendricken Center in Ashland. 5:30 p.m. the opening tip of that one. They'll next be at home a week from today, Saturday, February 15th against Bethany Lutheran. Second time the Yellow Jackets and the Vikings will meet up here this season. 3 p.m. the opening tip of that one. 2:45 the pregame with yours truly. That'll be a joint broadcast here on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. Women's hockey falling to 9-12-2 overall. 1-9 now on the WIAC. They fell in overtime today to UW Stevens Point 4-3. And so the Yellow Jacket women, with that loss, by the way, now they have one more weekend left. I believe they play Northland College. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's who they end up the regular season with. So a tough weekend for the Yellow Jacket women. They lost 5-3 yesterday, and they lose 4-3 in overtime today against UW Stevens Point, both those games on the road. Men's hockey, meanwhile, 17-3-2 overall, 10-1-1 in the WIAC. They won their fourth straight last night with a dramatic 2-1 overtime win on the road against UW Stout. That game was played at the Finetti Community Center down in Menominee. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets got goals from Colin Pedersen to even up the game at 1. Late stages, third period, before getting the game winner from Justin Dauphiné in overtime, while Jack Boschert got the winning goal with 20 stops for the Yellow Jackets. They're next in action with Game 2 of that series against UW Stout, 7 p.m. The opening face-off there. 6:30 the pregame. That'll be Game 3 of our triple header here on 91.3 FM KUWS. Of course, that game will not be on Yellow Jacket TV because it's not a home game, but it will be Game 3 if you're listening on the radio of our triple header, so stick around for that one. Again, 7 o'clock, the opening face-off, 6:30 the pregame with John Garber down in Menominee. Men's and women's indoor track and field currently competing at the UWRF Winter Classic hosted by UW River Falls, Robert P. Knowles Fieldhouse in River Falls. Action got underway in River Falls this morning starting at 11:30 a.m. They'll be returning home a week from today, the 15th of February, at the Midday Classic across the hall at Lydia Thiering Fieldhouse. 11 a.m. action will get underway there. Men's tennis, meanwhile, 1-6 overall on the season. They dropped a pair of matches a week ago at the Baseline Tennis Center, falling to Luther 7-0 before being edged by McAllister 4-3 in that second match. They'll be playing tonight against Augustana at the Green Bay Tennis Center down in De Pere, Wisconsin. 5:30 p.m. the opening serve of that one. They'll next be at home a week from tomorrow, February 16th, taking on St. Olaf in non-conference action across the bridge at the Duluth Indoor Sports Center. 12:30 p.m. the opening serve of that match. And last but not least, women's tennis off to a really good start. 6-1 overall in the season. They posted a pair of victories last Saturday at the Baseline Tennis Center as well, defeating McAllister 5-2 before down in Concordia, Wisconsin 6-1. They're playing tonight as well. They'll be taking on Augustana, as will the men, at the Green Bay Tennis Center in De Pere. 5:30 p.m. the opening serve of that one. They'll also be at home a week from tomorrow, taking on St. Olaf for their first home game of the spring season in non-conference action across the bridge at the Duluth Indoor Sports Center. 3:30 p.m. the opening serve of that one between the Yellow Jackets and the Olees. So that's your Yellow Jacket sports summary, and with that being the case, we will take now one more quick break. We have about 2 minutes before the start of the third quarter of this one, so we'll take our final break here of the halftime intermission, bring the halftime show sponsored by Hovland Incorporated to a close, and then come back to the start of the third quarter of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and Martin Luther right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Women's Basketball on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. We're back here at the Mertz. Getting ready for the start of the third quarter. Martin Luther will be in possession of the basketball. It'll be Lydia Fight who will inbound here for the Knights. Jackets leading at 35-32. Back and forth opening 20 minutes between the two sides. Martin Luther led through most of it. Jackets, though, took the lead late behind Mackenzie Lesha and her 18 first-half points. And now right off the inbounds, getting a step on the baseline was Grace Kieselhorst. Got around Elsa Olsen, went all the way to the rim, and then missed the bunny with the right hand. Rebound grabbed out there by the Yellow Jackets. And now UWS into the front court for the first time, quarter number 3. Olsen right side now out on top. It's Mackenzie Lesha, being guarded by Lauren Paulson. She'll hand it off now, Elise Bessinen. Bessinen, who had a quiet first half, steps through the lane, flips up a shot from about 10 feet, straight on, and makes it go down for 2 more points. She's got 7 now, and it's 37-32. Paulson in the front court. Left side now, it's Emma Dorn. Dorn now for the Knights. He'll hand it off. Paulson out on top. Now it's Fight. Now Maya Morris, who had a quiet scoring first half. Going right at Bessinen. Goes up with the shot off the glass. No good. Rebound bounding around, and it's grabbed out of there now by Bessinen. Elise Bessinen now for the Yellow Jackets into the front court. Now she'll step back. Goes left side now. Dobson. Firstel, top of the key. Charlotte Firstel. Left side now, Elise Bessinen. Bessinen now. Handing it off. Here's Mackenzie Lesha. Giving a pass. Nice feed down low for Charlotte Firstel. Steps through, goes up, lays it in, and will draw the foul. They're going to get the foul on Emma Dorn. It's the classic pick and roll there. Firstel setting the screen out on top. Lesha finding her over the top with the lob pass, and Firstel banks it home. She now has 6. Foul on Dorn is her 3rd, and now Ava Stein, who had that big first half, comes back into the game. She had 17 points in that first half, more than half her team's total. And the free throw from Firstel is good. Charlotte Firstel now, 7 points, and the Jackets have their largest lead at 40-32. Grace Kieselhorst now for the Knights into the front court with Lauren Paulson. Paulson now goes right side. Here's Grace Kieselhorst. Now Stein. Stein going right at Firstel. Kicks it left side now. Here's Kieselhorst on the baseline. Bounce pass now, Morris. Steps back, fires a 3-point shot. That's wide to the right. No good. Rebound grab by Firstel. And now Lesha for the Yellow Jackets. Lesha into the front court. Hands it off now, Elsa Olsen. Now Firstel, top of the key. She'll hand it off now, Lesha. Lines up another 3-point shot. That one's short, no good. Rebound grabbed out of there now by Fight. Now Kieselhorst. Pass inside for Stein. Knocked away on a nice defensive play by Firstel. Turnover on the Knights. Olsen finding Bessinen in transition. Goes up and lays it in for 2. And the Yellow Jackets scored the first 7 points of the third quarter. They now lead by 10, 42-32. Now Paulson. Across the timeline now for Fight. Lydia Fight now goes left side. Here's Stein. Now Maya Morris getting a step on the baseline. Nice pass opposite side, and laying it in at the right side block is going to be Fight. Snaps the run. Lead down to 8. 42-34 UWS. Firstel now top of the key. We'll go left side. Besson wide open. Passes up on the 3. Steps inside. Goes up for the jump shot from 15 feet away. Misses it off the back rim. No good. Rebound for Stein. Now Fight. Paulson in transition. Now the Knights will back it out. Stein now, top of the key. In the corner for Fight. Now Stein inside, and they're going to call 3 seconds on Stein. Didn't get it out of the lane in time. So a turnover gives it back to UWS here. .6:44 remaining to be played here. Third quarter is Bessinen into the front court. Firstel top of the key. Now Katie Dobson off the curl. Pass comes in the corner now. Ball fake by Bessinen. Now they swing it in the corner. Dobson. Olsen. 10 seconds to shoot. And Elsa Olsen goes right at Grace Kieselhorst. Missed the shot off the window. No good, but will draw the foul. Now she'll head to the free throw line here to shoot 2 with 6:21 remaining, third quarter. And Anna Kieselhorst is going to come in. Grace Kieselhorst is talking to the referee. meantime, like I said, 2 free throws now for Elsa Olsen. 6 points in the first half for Olsen. And seeing her scoring increase as the season has gone along, and she knocks down the first free throw. 7 points now for Olsen. 43-34, Jackets by 9. Second free throw upcoming. And it is up and good. Olsen now has 8. The lead back up to double figures at 10. Now Paulson against full court pressure. Pass comes across the timeline now for Fight. Now right side. Maya Morris being guarded by Lesha. Out on top now, they'll swing it for Anna Kieselhorst. Morris top of the key, 10 seconds to shoot. Stein right side. Stein going inside now. Went up with a shot. Had it partially blocked by Furstel, but will draw the foul. Stein will go to the free throw line now as Daler pops up off the bench. Charlotte Furstel with her third. She'll check out here. Dorn will come back in. Fight will check out. Yeah, Stein at the free throw line. And her first free throw is up and good. She now has 18 in the game. One more coming. Good looking ball player. Soft touch, and just as I say that, she misses the free throw. And the rebound now to the far side, and trying to save it in over there was Dorn, and they're going to say it went off of Daler, so good hustle there. Going back to Ava Stein, though, just a freshman. Showed a lot of good post moves, though, down low. They listed her 5'11". She might be a little bit taller than that. Certainly does have an advanced post game, though, for a freshman, I will say that. Now Dorn off the inbounds on the outside. Now here's Paulson trying to step through. Goes up with a runner off the glass and gets it to go down for 2. Lauren Paulson with the bucket. 44-37. The Jacket lead down to 7 now. Olsen in the front court. Left side Daler. Emily Daler for the Yellow Jackets. Olsen now left side. Katie Dobson. Lesha now out on top. Puts the ball on the deck. Now Olsen. 10 seconds to shoot. Also Olsen for the Yellow Jackets now. Her pass to the outside. That's easily picked up by Morris. Got in too deep. Didn't know what to do with it. Now Anna Kieselhorst back to their direction. Outside Stein. She'll fire from 3. That one's short, no good. Rebound grab now by Olsen. And also Olsen now for the Yellow Jackets into the front court. Right side's Lesha. Now Bessinen. Olsen in the corner now for Dobson. Now Lesha again. Inside now Daler against Stein. Trying to go up against the freshman. Had her shot blocked. Loose ball to the Knights. Now back to the direction. Morris. Into the corner now it's Anna Kieselhorst. Paulson with the head fake around Daler. Pass to the outside. Dorn with the high arcing jump shot, and that's good. 5 straight for the Knights has brought them within 5. 44-39 now. Olsen going left side now with the pass. Elise Bessinen. Kicks it outside. Now Daler inside. Double team comes. She'll kick it outside. Olsen will tee up a 3-point shot and knock it down. Elsa Olsen for 3. And a timeout going to be called here. Olsen in the double figures now. She has 11. And it's 47-39 here. 4 minutes, 3 seconds remaining. Have you downloaded Swarm Central, the official rewards and loyalty app of the Yellow Jackets? Get started and receive 200 points just for registering and 200 more for downloading the app. Redeem your points for cool prizes in the Swarm Central store. Find Swarm Central in the Apple and Google stores today. UWS led by 3 at the half. The lead right now at 8. Been a little bit more composed here from UWS ever since that first quarter. And as they come out of the timeout here, it'll be Martin Luther basketball here. Coach Emily Carpenter calling the timeout. Wanted to make sure that her team is matching up defensively the way they want to. They're going to pick up full court here a little more aggressively, it looks like. Pass for Paulson, now Morris. Comes across the timeline. Now turns, bounce pass for Paulson, top of the key. In the corner now, it's Lydia Fight. Morris now going right side, and we're going to have a foul called on Bessinen as she tried to body her off. And it'll be a trigger in now, right baseline. It'll be Lauren Paulson that'll do the honors here. Lobs the pass in now. Anna Kieselhorst handing it off. Morris. 10 seconds to shoot as Paulson. Bounce pass comes inside. Dobson able to get a hand on it. Losing her footing on that one was Dorn. Jump shot goes up, taken by Paulson, no good. Rebound fought for underneath, and it'll be a jump ball. And it'll be Yellow Jacket basketball here. Now Bessinen off the inbounds, comes across the timeline. Lesha out on top. Pass comes right side, Chloe Peterson. Peterson, Daylor, left side Dobson. Now in the corner, here's Bessinen going on the baseline. Coming inside, she'll kick it out on top. Peterson now, picking up her dribble, right wing for Lesha. Now Peterson, she'll fire from three. That's off the back rim, no good. Rebound grab by Stein. They're going to call a reach-in foul on Dobson after she stripped it from behind. I'm going to hold my comments on that one. In the meantime, Haas comes back in for the Yellow Jackets. Taylor also back in. In the meantime, the Knights now in the front court. Morris right side. Inside now Stein. Steps through, goes up, and lays it in with the left hand. 47-41. Stein now has an even 20 in the game. Olsen left side. Now Daylor. Haas left side. 2.5 remaining. Third quarter. Jackets leading at 47-41. Haas now for the Yellow Jackets. There's a back outside now, Bessinen. 5 seconds to shoot. At least Bessinen now stepping through. Flips up a short runner in the lane. That's off the front rim. No good. Rebound cleared by Morris. For the Knights, and back the other direction now, Paulson. Pass over Anna Kieselhorst. She'll tee up the three. That's off the front rim. Offensive rebound grab by Dorn. She goes up with a short jumper. That's no good. Rebound tapped out now by Stein. Now Paulson. The head fake. Steps around. Goes up with a shot off the window. No good, but will draw a foul. It'll be on Chloe Peterson, her third. Lesha and Dobson look like they might return here. Or at least Dobson's going to. Versal also going to come back into the game. And 2 free throws now coming up here for Lauren Paulson. 1:47 remaining, third quarter. Paulson, first free throw is good. 47-42, one more coming for Lauren Paulson. Second free throw is also good. Rimmed around a bit, but fell through, and it's now 47-43. Jackets have led by as many as 10. The lead right now down to 4. Now Dobson into the front court. Here's Firstel. Bessinen. Back for Charlotte Firstel, top of the key. Now it's Elsa Olsen. Olsen for the Jackets. Now Dobson. She'll tee up a long three-point shot. Wide to the left. No good. Rebound grabbed out there by Dorn. 1:20 in counting remaining third quarter. Now Fight. Dorn. She'll fire from 3. Front rim and out. No good. Rebound for Haas. Hands it off for Bessinen. Jackets have numbers if they come into the front court quickly. Bessinen will hold up. Now Dobson. Under a minute remaining. As Elsa Olsen goes left side now. Out on top, Katie Dobson. 8 seconds. Dobson now stepping through. Had her shot blocked away by Paulson. Loose ball now picked up by the Knights. They're into the front court. 2-possession lead right now for the Jackets. Anna Kieselhorst. Stein now. Out on top now, here's Dorn. Now Stein. Going up with the shot. Off the glass. Gets it to go down for 2, and that's the 4th foul on Charlotte Firstel. And we won't see her again for a while as Emily Coonrod's going to have to come in. Stein has just dominated the Yellow Jackets down low, and there's no question about that. 22 points for the freshman. And Stein now can make this a 1-point game if she makes the free throw, which she doesn't. Leaves it short. Rebound grab now by Olsen. 2-point Yellow Jacket lead. Olsen coming all the way inside. Got hacked hard on that one by Paulson. And now she'll shoot 2 free throws here with 20.3 seconds remaining. That'll be the 3rd on Paulson. Wilhelmina Wenz will come back into the game here. And Elsa Olsen's first free throw is good. She has 12. It's 48-45. One more coming. And that one rims out, no good. And the rebound, and we're going to have a foul called on Coonrod. Team foul on the Yellow Jackets, and it'll be 2 free throws now back to the direction. Dorn will shoot 2 here now for Martin Luther. First free throw from Dorn is long and no good. One more coming. 19.3 seconds remaining, 3rd quarter. It's a 3-point Yellow Jacket lead. This matches the lead at the break. 48-45. Dorn's second free throw is good. 48-46. Pass comes in now. Here's Bessinen. Eight seconds remaining, 3rd quarter. Olsen with the runner off the glass. That's no good. Rebound kicks out of play, and it'll be now Martin Luther basketball. Went a little too quickly, I think, on that one. These 5.3 seconds remaining. Fight triggering it in now, Anna Kieselhorst. Coming across the timeline. Now she'll go with a runner as the clock expires, wide to the left. And that's how the 3rd quarter will end here. Jackets get outscored 14-13. Led by as many as 10 at one point in that 3rd quarter, but Martin Luther has come all the way back practically to only trail by 2 now at 48-46. The numbers after 3. Jackets 34.9% shooting. Martin Luther now at 34% even. UWS 9 for 21 from beyond the arc. Martin Luther now 2 for 15. Jackets 9 for 14 from the stripe. Martin Luther 12 out of 16. Martin Luther plus 2 in rebounding at 29-27. They have 8 offensive rebounds, while the Jackets have 6. And in terms of turnovers, Jackets have 13 against 5, while that's 13 assists against 5 turnovers, by the way, while Martin Luther has 9 assists against 7 turnovers after 3 here. If you're a Yellow Jacket fan looking for great team gear, visit our official Yellow Jacket Sideline store and browse all the current styles of Yellow Jacket apparel and accessories, including the same gear the Yellow Jackets wear. Find the Yellow Jacket Sideline store at uwsyellowjackets.com/shop. Jackets up by 2, 48-46. 10 minutes to play in this one, at least in regulation. And we'll see which team can execute down the stretch here. This is where the Jackets really faltered on Wednesday against Northwestern. They came apart, you would actually venture to say, the way that 4th quarter and overtime played out. And we'll see what kind of adjustments they've made since that loss on Wednesday. In the meantime, Martin Luther will start the 4th quarter with the basketball. Inbounds now from Fight to Morris, and now the Yellow Jackets playing a little 2-3 here, it appears. Fight now steps inside, goes up with a jump shot from 15 feet, and now we have a square ball game at 48 as she knocks that one down. 7 points for Lydia Fight. tied up 48 apiece. Olsen into the front court. Bessinen now going left side. Here's Mackenzie Lesha. Olsen now for the Yellow Jackets. Lobbing it down low for Daler. Emily Daler goes up off the glass and banks it home for two. Got inside position against Morris. Gets her first bucket of the game to make it 50-48. Jackets still sticking 2-3 zone here. Paulson will go right side with the pass. Now Morris. Fight. Paulson. She'll tee up a three-point shot. Wide to the left, no good. Rebound for Elise Bessinen. Bessinen for the Yellow Jackets into the front court. Goes left side. Here's Lesha. Elsa Olsen now looking down low. Coming off the screen. Inside pass now for Daler. Double team comes. She'll kick it back outside. 15 seconds to shoot. Elsa Olsen now for Bessinen. Bessinen now, Lesha out on top. She'll fire from three. That's off the back rim. Long, no good. Rebound for Daler. Got in between three Knights to get that rebound. Now here is Bessinen on the baseline. Lesha. Inside Daler. Got around fight. Went up and laid it in for two. Back-to-back buckets for Daler. 52-48 now. Back to a two-possession lead here for the Jackets. Paulson in the front court. Now here is Emma Dorn. Morris going left side. Now left side open his fight. She'll fire from three. That one's short, no good. Rebound on the deck, and we'll have a jump ball. And it should be Yellow Jacket basketball as Katie Dobson got tied up by Ava Stein. Grace Kieselhorst, meanwhile, will return to the game here. She'll take out fight. Lesha now triggering in. Here's Bessinen. Left side now for UWS. Lesha, high arcing three-point shot off the front rim, no good. Rebound grabbed out of there now by Paulson. Now Morris. Right side now Kieselhorst. Pass for Dorn. She couldn't handle it. Stolen away here by Lesha. Yellow Jackets in transition. Bessinen coming all the way inside. Flips up a shot off the glass. No good. Rebound grab by Dobson. And now the Yellow Jackets will back it out. Lesha now for the Yellow Jackets. Putting it on the deck. Steps through. In the corner now Olsen. Now Dobson out on top. She'll fire from three-point range. That one spins out. No good. Had a good look at it. Just didn't go down. And the rebound grab by Grace Kieselhorst. Now Paulson. As comes right side now. Kieselhorst going inside. Fights pass to the outside. That's picked off. Stolen away by Elsa Olsen. Jackets turning up the defense a little bit here, fourth quarter. Now Bessinen around Paulson. Olsen out on top. Now Daler. Olsen steps back. High arcing jump shot is no good. Short. Rebound grab by Dorn. And we'll have a foul call here on Daler, I think. It'll be her first as Anna Kieselhorst comes back in. She'll take out Dorn. Meanwhile, Paulson will trigger it in here for Maya Morris. Left side now. Jackets still in that 2-3 zone here. Going to slow down Stein. That's, I think, the purpose of this zone here as Paulson now. She'll fire from three-point range. Halfway down, spun out. Rebound grab by Daler. Then her outlet pass picked off by Anna Kieselhorst. Now Morris. Grace Kieselhorst in the corner for her sister Anna, who will fire from three. That's no good. Offensive rebound again. Grabbed this time by Grace Kieselhorst. Comes down low now for Stein. Trying to go up with the shot. Gets it to go down and will draw the foul. Jackets couldn't secure the defensive rebound, and Stein gets inside. She now has 24. Foul on Dobson is her third. And you don't clear the defensive glass, that's what happens. Stein's free throw is up and good. She has 25 in the game. The lead is 1. 52-51. Now looks like Martin Luther going to play a little bit of zone. Dobson now for Bessinen. Now Daler, 8 seconds to shoot. Dobson now going on the baseline, trying to spin through. Goes up, lays it in, and will draw the foul on Anna Kieselhorst. Dobson finally gets a field goal. That's her first field goal in almost 2 full games here. She now has 3. For Anna Kieselhorst, that'll be her 4th. Dorn comes back in. And at the line now is Katie Dobson looking to complete a 3-pointer here from the stripe. 5:30 remaining, 4th quarter. And Dobson's high arcing free throws is nothing but net. 55-51 now, 4 points for Katie Dobson. Maya Morrison in the front court now for the Knights. Grace Kieselhorst down low. She'll fire from 3, and she'll answer with a triple of her own. 55-54. Jackets back into the front court now. Still leading it, but only by 1. Now Lesha. Outside Bessinen. Lise Bessinen. Lesha now for the Yellow Jackets, backs it out. Now goes down low with the pass. I'm not sure where that was trying to go, and it gets picked off by Kieselhorst. Like I said, that one was not there from the start. Kieselhorst now in the front court. Martin Luther looking to take the lead. Now on the outside, Maya Morris. Now Grace Kieselhorst open for a second straight 3. That one's off the back rim. This one grabbed underneath now by Elsa Olsen, and Olsen now into the front court. Mackenzie Lesha, right wing now. Daler out on top. Down low now. Dobson. Olsen back inside. Katie Dobson now goes up over the top of Grace Kieselhorst and gets the bucket. 57-54 as we approach 4 minutes remaining, 4th quarter. Paulson coming into the front court on the right-hand dribble. Left side now, Grace Kieselhorst. Bounce pass now, here's Stein. Double team comes back outside, Grace Kieselhorst. Skip pass now, far side. Morris is open, she'll fire from 3. Spins out, no good. Rebound grab by Dobson. Now Bessinen for the Yellow Jackets. Right side pass now, Elsa Olsen. Pass comes inside, double team now comes on Dobson, so she'll back it out. Daler, now Lesha, open from 3-point range, and she knocks it down. Big shot, Mackenzie Lesha. With the triple, Lesha now with 21 in the game. Her first make since the first half, but came at a good time. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Your score now, Yellow Jackets 60, Martin Luther 54. Jackets just shot a lot of 3-pointers in this game, but haven't shot them poorly, though, 40%. Your score now, 60-54, Jackets by 6. Lesha, like I said, that's her first made field goal since the first half, but 21 points for Lesha. 7 for 13 from beyond the arc in the game. 3 assists for Lesha as well in the game. She's, interestingly enough, doesn't have a steal. That's kind of an area of her game that she takes great pride in, and she'll tell you that. But it's been her outside shooting. She had a couple against Northwestern on Wednesday. Told me before the game she felt like her shooting touch was coming back a little bit, and so far that certainly has been the case in this one. As out of the timeout now, Morris for the Knights comes across the timeline. Right side now, Kieselhorst. Stein out the free throw line extended, kicks it in the corner. Paulson will fire from 3-point range and answer with a triple. 60-57 now. The Jacket lead down the 3 again. Bessinen goes left side now, Lesha. Firstel, top of the key. Elise Bessinen goes right to the rim with the left hand and goes off the glass for 2. 62-57. Bessinen down the double figures with 11. Now Grace Kieselhorst, another 3-point shot, and that one is good. Jackets losing track of some three-point shooters here, making it 62-60. Olsen now for the Yellow Jackets. Down low now, Firstel inside. Goes up around Morris and lays it in. Firstel now has 8. Back and forth we go. 64-60. Lauren Paulson now as we approach the 2-minute mark. Goes right side with the pass. Now Dorn will try a 3. That one rims out. Offensive rebound, they'll grab by Grace Kieselhorst. Now Paulson. Kieselhorst left side. Now that pass intended for Fight gets knocked away by Lesha. And it will stay now with the Knights. 1:53 remaining, fourth quarter. And a timeout going to be called here by the Knights. 64-60 your score. A week from tonight. In the meantime, out of the timeout, Paulson now lobbing it in. Here's Dorn. Now they go inside. Shot attempted by Stein. Gets blocked by Firstel. It's the first time that Ava Stein's gotten it down low, and the Jackets have been able to knock the ball away from her. Big defensive play there by Firstel. And now the Jackets into the front court. Lesha for the Yellow Jackets. Daler in the corner. Now out on top. Olsen inside now. Firstel trying to step back. Her shot gets blocked now by Stein, and the rebound back now for the Knights. Still a 4-point game. Morris out on top as we tick down toward 1 minute remaining. Dorn, Paulson, long three-point shot. That one's off the back rim, no good. Rebound being fought for underneath. And we'll have a jump ball. And we'll stay with the Knights here. They'll have 20 seconds to shoot with 1:04 left. Paulson will inbound now, right baseline here for Martin Luther. She'll lob it in now for Stein. Stein off into the corner. Pass comes through the middle, knocked away by Daler. Now it's on the deck for a second time, and this time off the tie ball will be Yellow Jacket basketball. Tried to force a pass down low, and Daler read it, got her hand in there, and now we're going to have a 30-second timeout here called by Coach Emily Carpenter, and she's going to advance the basketball into the front court. This is one of the rules that you see on women's basketball that you don't see in men's basketball. And teams tend to take advantage of it, especially down the stretch of basketball games here as we're under a minute now left. 55.7 seconds left. Lesha with 21 in the game. Elsa Olsen has 12. Elise Bessenden with 11. Game high of 25 in the contest for Ava Stein. She's 9 for 13, by the way, from the floor, and 7 for 9 from the stripe. Nobody else for the Knights in double figures, although Grace Kieselhorst is on the cusp. She's got 9 points. Lesha now 7 for 15 from the field. Bessenden 5 for 9. Elsa Olsen 3 for 9. Dobson just 2 for 8, although she's had a couple of big buckets late in this one. And we'll see what the Yellow Jackets aim to do here. The big thing here is that it's a 2-possession game. Also, there's a lot of fouls to give here. Only 3 total fouls have been called here in the fourth quarter. 2 on the Yellow Jackets, 1 on the Knights. So we'll see how this plays out here this last 55-plus seconds. Jackets also, by the way, have 2 timeouts left while the Knights have 4. Olsen will inbound for the Yellow Jackets, far sideline. As we come out of the break. Inbound now for Dobson, back for Elsa Olsen. Morris ball hawking her. Now here's the pass for Bessenden. She gets double teamed, splits it. And now the foul will be given by Lauren Paulson. With 21 seconds on the shot clock, 45.8 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. That's the 4th on Paulson. That's the 2nd on the Knights. And now Anna Kieselhorst is going to come back in. She'll take out Paulson. Also, Olsen will again inbound. Flips it in now for Lesha. And now she gets hit from behind by Fight. And that is her first, team's third foul. So this is where now we start getting into the free throw conversation, and now the officials are going to have a conversation here and try to figure out, I think, the shot clock situation. I think they're going to say actually that it's a new possession for the Yellow Jackets as Olsen now with the inbounds. Here's Lesha again. And now a foul given by Fight again. That'll be number 4. And so now the Knights will have one more foul before the Yellow Jackets go into the Superior Water, Light, and Power bonus here with 40.5 seconds left. So now no more fouls to give for the Knights as the pass comes in for Bessinen. And now here's Olsen on the outside, and there's the foul given by Morris. Probably a smart decision there by Anna Kieselhorst not to foul Elise Bessinen. Bessinen, one of the best free throw shooters in the country. Bessinen shoots him at about 96%. Olsen a good free throw shooter as well, but Bessinen is about as automatic from the free throw line as it gets. In fact, Elise Bessinen from the line this year, 54 out of 56 coming into the game. Olsen, meanwhile, at the line now to shoot 2. And the first free throw is up and good. Olsen at 74.4, which is quite good as well, but hard to beat 96.4% from the stripe. Olsen, by the way, with 13, now 65-60. Second free throw spins out, no good. Rebound, fought for underneath. Firstill getting in there for it. She's got 3 players surrounding her. Now she flips it to the outside, and we're going to have a timeout called by the Yellow Jackets. That's where that 6'3" frame of Charlotte Firstill comes in handy. Just reached right over the top of about 3 Knights players off the missed free throw. And the Jackets now with 27.8 seconds. Making some plays late in this one. Still a 2-possession game. But it's pretty clear who the Yellow Jackets are going to try to get the basketball to in this situation. It's either going to be Bessinen or Olsen. Dobson, a good free throw shooter as well, by the way. Lesha also an excellent free throw shooter, 80.8%. Overall, the Jackets are a good free throw shooting team. They shoot them at 73.3%. So this is where, in a late game scenario, if you're a Yellow Jacket fan, you feel pretty good about your prospects. Jackets have 3 players that shoot 80% or better. Olsen right around 75%. The only one who isn't is Daler, and she's in the corner over here, taking out Charlotte Firstill here. Inbounds now out of the timeout. Here's Katie Dobson, and there's the foul given. And like I said, the Yellow Jackets have a lot of good free throw shooters on this team. Dobson at 71.4%. And that foul, by the way, on Paulson will be her 5th, so she fouls out with 25.2 seconds left. And Stein's going to come back in for her. And Katie Dobson, like I said, at the line now to shoot 2. Katie Dobson's first free throw is no good, spun out. So it'll remain a 2-possession game here. And Dobson's second free throw is good. And now a timeout going to be called here by Martin Luther. That'll leave them with 3 remaining. Jackets still have 1 in their pocket here. Firstill's going to check back in, assuming probably for Daler. Firstill not a bad free throw shooter either, although the numbers don't really bear that out. She's only at 43.5%. Shot a lot last year. She's got a very soft touch for a 6'3" player. It's a 6-point game here, and I don't think Martin Luther necessarily has to go immediately for the 3. If the 2 is there, they can still take it. Although we'll see what Coach Dan Gowrish draws up here for the Knights. This is kind of that in-between area where you try to figure out who you're going to have take the shot, and whether you want to go for 3 right away or you want to go for 2. Knights advancing into the front court, predictably. It'll be Lydia Fight that'll inbound it. In for Maya Morris. Morris stepping through. It goes up with the runner, and they're going to call a foul on the floor. So the Jackets have a couple of fouls to give as well, by the way. For Bessinen, that'll be her second. And so it'll be a trigger in now. Left baseline for Fight. Shot clock is off. 22.2 remaining fourth quarter. Here's Stein. Coming down low now. Going up the shot. Left it short. Rebound grab by Firstel. And now here's Elsa Olsen. And Olsen into the front court. And there's a foul going to be given now by Dorn with 11.3 left. And if Olsen can make one even of two free throws here, that'll just about seal it for the Yellow Jackets. It'll be a nice bounce back if UWS can close this out. Losses like the one on Wednesday can be somewhat lingering and devastating for teams if they let it linger, but Olsen makes the first free throw. Three-possession game now, 67-60. And all the Jackets will pull everybody out the line except for Lesha here. And the second free throw is up and good. And we'll have a timeout now called to advance the basketball here. 11.3 seconds left. This will leave Martin Luther now with two timeouts remaining. Jackets so far here in the fourth quarter, 7 for 12 from the field, 5 for 7 from the free throw line, 1 for 4 from beyond the arc. They've outscored Martin Luther 20-14 here in this fourth quarter. If they can see this out, they'll be at 12-9 overall. They'll also improve to 8-2 in the conference with a game against Northland looming on Wednesday before they come back to play Bethany Lutheran. And we've already touched on this. That would be a huge game for the Yellow Jackets and the Vikings. Looking at the conference standings, heading into the game today, Yellow Jackets and Northwestern were both 7-2 in the league. Martin Luther at 6-3. Minnesota Morris at 6-3. Found out that Northwestern actually beat Morris by 3 on the road earlier today, so that brings them now. These two teams would be 2 games back of the Yellow Jackets in Northwestern, with Bethany Lutheran also at 6-3. As out of timeout Feist now. Long three-point shot from Kieselhorst is up and good. And now a timeout going to be called here by the Yellow Jackets. 8.3 seconds left. Grace Kieselhorst showing a little bit of range there. Like I said, she's a two-sport athlete, as is Lauren Paulson for that matter. And I believe Anna Kieselhorst is as well, although Grace is the starting outside hitter on the volleyball team. Yellow Jackets also have a couple of two-sport athletes on their roster. Colleen Claude and Sydney Bader, also volleyball players, although neither one of them have seen any action today. Mackenzie Lesha, talked about her. She had the 21 points to lead the Yellow Jackets here. All-conference center fielder is Mackenzie Lesha in softball. It's kind of fun to see these athletes play different sports, even at the college level. It's a big time commitment in order to do that. Well, certainly a lot of respect for athletes that are able to do so. As we come out of the timeout, the Yellow Jackets, Elsa Olsen will inbound it here. Lesha, Bessinen, Dobson, and Dale are out there for the Jackets. Anna Kieselhorst, Wenz, Morris, Dorn, and Fight out there for the Knights here with 8.3 seconds remaining. Olsen will inbound it. Pass comes in now. Here's Dobson. And a foul going to be given now by Wenz. 6.8 seconds left, and again, in a situation where if Dobson makes both, it'll be a two-possession game, or excuse me, a three-possession game. Two-possession game at the moment at 68-63. First free throw from Dobson is good. 69-63. 6.8 ticks of the clock remaining. And the second free throw from Dobson is good as well. 70-63. One more timeout going to be called to advance the basketball. And this is where sometimes that rule of being able to advance the basketball, although I don't know how many times they get to advance the ball. I think there's a limited number. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to go back and look at that. It's a 30-second timeout. Martin Luther will still have a timeout left here. 6.8 seconds left, though, in a three-possession game. And we'll come out of the timeout here. So Fight will inbound in front of her own bench here. 6.8 seconds left. Grace Gieselhorst is back in there, by the way. Fight in the corner. Dorn will fire from three. That's way off the mark. It hits behind the backboard, and that'll be an inbounds now for the Jackets, and that'll do it. 3.9 seconds left. The Jackets going to go to 8-2 in the league. They're going to go 12-9 here in a second. Pass comes in now for Olsen, and Morris is just not going to foul. And that's how it'll end here as the buzzer sounds. The Yellow Jackets come back from a tough loss on Wednesday as they hold on to defeat Martin Luther here at the Mertz in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Final score here in Superior, Yellow Jackets 70, Martin Luther 63. We'll take a quick break and come back with our postgame show sponsored by Synovus Energy right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Women's Basketball on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Matt Johnson back here at the Mertz. Final score of our second game of our triple header at 91.3 FM and our double header on Yellow Jacket TV for the day finds the Yellow Jacket women holding off Martin Luther to gain a season split in the series with the Knights, winning it by the final score of 70-63. Yellow Jackets got behind 21-17 in the first quarter thanks to some hot shooting by the Knights in that opening 10 minutes. But the Jackets from there outscore Martin Luther 18-11 in the second. They get outscored by 14-13 in the third, and then in the fourth quarter, they again outscored Martin Luther 22-17 to win it by the 70-63 final score. For the numbers in this one, final numbers for the Yellow Jackets, 22 out of 55 shooting, good for 40%. They were 10 out of 25 from three-point range, again good for 40%, and were 16 out of 23 from the free throw line, good for 69.6%. Martin Luther, meanwhile, 22 out of 64, 34.4%. The Knights were 6 out of 27 from beyond the arc, 22.2. The Knights were also 13 out of 17 from the line for 36.5. Both teams finished with 36 rebounds. The Yellow Jackets had 8 offensive rebounds, while the Knights had 11. And in terms of assists to turnovers, the Yellow Jackets played a very smart floor game today. 18 assists against 8 turnovers, while Martin Luther had 14 assists against 10 turnovers. So both teams, not a lot of turnovers in the ball game. And it made for a pretty, actually, entertaining game to watch up and down the floor. Individually for the Yellow Jackets, They end up with 3 players in double figures led by Mackenzie Lesha. Lesha goes 7 out of 15 from the field, 7 out of 13 from beyond the arc to score 21 points in 34 minutes, 18 of those coming in the first half, but she hit a big one late in the fourth quarter. They helped the Yellow Jackets maintain an arm's distance length between themselves in Martin Luther. 15 points for Elsa Olsen, 3 for 9 shooting for her. She was 7 for 9, though, from the free throw line. 11 points for Elise Bessinen, 5 for 9 shooting for Elise. She played all 40 minutes tonight as well. 9 points for Charlotte Firstill on 3 for 5 shooting, 9 points for Katie Dobson, and 5 points for Emily Daler. Meanwhile, Martin Luther was led by Ava Stein, who had a game-high 25. She was 9 for 14 from the field overall, 7 out of 9 from the free throw line. Outstanding game for her. She had a double-double as well, 10 rebounds in the contest. Just a freshman, so we're going to keep a close eye on her in the coming years. 12 points, meanwhile, for Grace Kieselhorst in the contest on 4 for 7, 3 for 5, and 1 for 2. Nobody else from Martin Luther had more than 7 points. Lydia Fight had 7 points. Lauren Paulson was 7. 5 points in the ball game for Emma Dorn. 4 points so for Maya Morris, who came in as Martin Luther's leading scorer, by the way. She only took 6 shots and made only 1 of them, so the Jackets did a good job on her defensively, while Anna Kieselhorst finishes with 3 points in the ball game. Your post-game show player of the game, Mackenzie Lesha, the junior from Somerset, Wisconsin, for the Yellow Jackets, with the big first half, 18 points. She had a couple of threes in that first half that came up a little bit late in the opening 20 minutes. Hit a big one at the end of the half. They helped the Yellow Jackets take a 35-32 lead, and then she hit a big one late also in the fourth quarter. Didn't shoot much in the second half, but the shots that she did make were huge ones, and they helped the Yellow Jackets win this one. So Mackenzie Lesha, the two-sport athlete here from UWS, is your post-game show player of the game. With the win now, the Yellow Jackets improving to 12-9 overall, 8-2 in the UMAC. Martin Luther falls to 13-8 overall and 6-4 in the UMAC. Up next for the Yellow Jackets this coming Wednesday the 12th, they're at Northland College, 7:15, the opening tip of that one against the Lumberjills. They're back at home, though, a week from tonight, taking on Bethany Lutheran in what looms as a huge game for the Yellow Jackets. It'll be game 2, a doubleheader. 4:45 p.m. the start time, their tentative start time against the Vikings. 4:30 p.m. the pregame with yours truly. That'll be a joint broadcast on 91.3 FM, KUWS, and Yellow Jacket TV. Also, a quick reminder, there will be one more game broadcast on 91.3 today. This is game 2 of a triple header. Yellow Jacket men's hockey will be back on the air tonight as they take on UW Stout. 7 p.m. the opening face-off there. 6:30 the pregame with John Garber from the Finetti Community Center as the Yellow Jackets go for the weekend sweep of the UW Stout Blue Devils. A big thank you to Regi Hahn and also Gus Schupp back at 91.3 FM. They were my engineers for both games today. Also a big thank you to Evan Ludwig, who was my engineer for both games from Yellow Jacket TV. So for Evan at Yellow Jacket TV, Regi and Gus back at 91.3 FM, this is Matt Johnson. One more time, repeating the final score. Yellow Jackets win it over Bethany Lutheran. Final score here, Yellow Jacket women 70, Martin Luther 63. Thanks for listening and watching, everybody. This has been Yellow Jacket Women's Basketball on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.